Yo, what is good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're doing something different. We're going to be doing a little challenge. We're going to be trading $100 and turning it into $1,000. And I'm going to be telling you guys the process, some of the trades that I took, some of the trends and everything like that. But basically, the thing for this challenge is that we want to turn $100 to $1,000 as fast as we can. And we did it. And I'm going to be explaining to you guys why I took the trades, everything like that. But before we start, I just want to say, I came out with the trading 101 course. It's only $1.99, best money that you will spend because you will get it back basically. So honestly, man, go check it out at least. Link in the description. But it's cool if not. Let's get started. So basically, man, we started off, not quite with $100, but we started off with $120 just because, man, that's what I had in the portfolio at the time. So basically, before I talk about this one, we're going to be talking about something else. We recently put $30,000 in a penny stocks. I'm going to update you guys maybe monthly with that. So if you guys haven't already checked out that video, go check that one out. But basically, goals is to make $1,000 in this video, and as time goes on, we're gonna up it. So basically, since we're at that next level, 1,000, I'm either debating on doing a video for 1,000 to 2,000 and or 1,000 to 5,000, or maybe just YOLO it and just do like 1,000 to 10,000 for the next video. But we're gonna be making some decent YOLO plays. And basically, man, some of the things I learned with doing this challenge is one, have patience and just understand what stock you're really trading. So we did do some individual stocks, but we mainly did SPY, Apple, and I think Palantir. I think Palantir was on this list. I don't remember, but we're going to be going through it. So first play, okay. So first play was a SPY, and it was a put because at the time, man, we were kind of getting to the 553.2 level, and we bounced off of it a few times, and then I seen that we were kind of losing momentum, kind of consolidating a little bit. So either it would have made a breakthrough, like a breakout, and or it wouldn't have passed. And as we seen with this chart right here, we had a little bit of a fail break right here. I mean, we had multiple fail breaks, of course, but we had a fail break here, and then we lost some momentum here. So then we went down, and then I seen it come back and then kind of consolidate a little bit right there. And I was like, fuck it, this is my first YOLO play. So we got into a put option, and honestly, man, this one was insane. I don't know if any news came out, but basically we got this play. And honestly, man, we played it overnight, bounced below VWAP and everything like that. So what happened, you guys may be wondering. So basically, we bought this play for $112 and we made $225, which is basically a $113 gain. Basically, I sold it right at market open. I believe it still went down even more, so we could have went even more, but we came out with the lowest GDP rating at this time. So it was like lower than I think 2022, and I think this day it literally went down way longer than it should have. We kind of made it like I think I sold it at around this level right here, and we went down a little bit more. But at the same time, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna get out at market open, take the money that I have now, and then get ready for the next play. But basically, first play was around I think 100% basically. So honestly, man, started off the challenge pretty good. So second play now we're gonna be talking about a second play. So now I kind of got into this play a little bit early. As you can see, I got in like at around this time because I seen it kind of rally up and then come back down. So then honestly, man, I got it before it rallied back up. So we were green at first, and then we shot down even more. Because sometimes, man, you get some data and then it reacts and then it kind of rebounds. And we're gonna be seeing that a lot in this video. But basically, man, I did get in a little bit early with this one. If I would have took my time a little bit more, this is where patience come into play. Because if you would have took your time a little bit more and even bought it here and or even here, you would have made even more money. But honestly, man, we did rally up later on that day and make a decent amount of money. But follow up with that sell, man. I YOLO'd a call option, hoping that I would rebound, then grew some balls, and I held this one overnight because I knew Microsoft and Meta earnings were going out, and I was like, okay, if this is my YOLO account, I might as well YOLO it and hope that Meta and Microsoft went well. And if you guys are traders and or just looking at news, you guys knew that it went up. So basically, man, we sold this play and we made $283 off of this play. My mistakes. I got kind of confused myself. I forgot how much we really made. So basically, if we go back, these are basically every single trade that we made within that time. And we're going to be explaining like literally all of them. All right, so I got a little confused. So just notice the first play right here. So we're going to be starting from the left to the right, but these are all the trades that we made. So this is the adding of the 225 that we had. So after we made that $225, we bought another SPY call at the 557 strike price. And then with that being said, we sold this call, and this was the Microsoft one, and we made 750 bucks off of that one. And that's where we're standing right here, the $773, because I believe so the overall profit was like 500 plus dollars, but on here it does show the adding of only $283, but it's because overnight or before the market closed, that's when the actual market spiked up. So we were already green overall, and then it just made us 280 more dollars basically to say. Sorry, I got confused a little bit with where all that money came from, but it came from that Microsoft and Meta earnings, and we made 750 bucks off of that with a $220 play basically. So making us over 500 bucks on this one play off of only $200. So next we played a SPY put option. And the reason being is that there's a lot of momentum. Okay, so if we whip out the charts, so this is May 1st. So basically the charts were going up a decent amount, but then I noticed that we were kind of losing momentum. And that is kind of like key with stocks, that you'll see it losing momentum and start going down. So this was a day trade that I wanted to make. And with this day trade, I was only going for 50 bucks profit. Okay, so keep that in mind. So I forgot when I bought it. I think I bought it maybe at the top. I think I bought this one at the top. And I think it literally sold like right here, literally just making 50 bucks easily. So right here it shows $600, and then afterwards it says plus 650. I mean, and that's obvious, but that was just a sell order that I had because I didn't think it was going to go down too much, but then I just knew that we could make an easy 6 or 50 bucks off of that one. So next, I seen MSTR. So I made a call for this one, okay, because MSTR was dipping a decent amount. And if I can get it on the charts real quick. So if we go over to MSTR, so the one nervous point was that it was only $200. So as a yellow play, I was willing to lose a little bit of money. But with that being said, it was an overnight call, and I think I got it down here at this range, 386. So keep in mind that most of this trading, I was literally out and about doing things at the same time, and I was just looking at charts on my phone. So that's why I don't really have too much notes. But basically, we did have earnings, and I wanted to play earnings. And a $200 play wouldn't have really hit that much, and it expired the next day. So I was kind of nervous with this one. Hence why I think we actually lost money on this one. I think the only profit that I seen was like 20 bucks at one point, and I was close to selling it, and then it instantly went negative. And that's when I think that's when I sold it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of this one. But basically, with that being said, MSTR, their company is basically, they're getting funded with Bitcoin. They just have a big Bitcoin holding. Their overall company isn't really as ideal as you may think. The only reason why their stock is rising so much is their Bitcoin holding. So keep that in mind. So what I was hoping for is that they can announce how much Bitcoin they have and how much profit they've been making off Bitcoin, and that would make the stock go up. But realistically, it kind of did it, and we spiked down a decent amount. We went all the way down to like that 375. So you already know I was nervous. I think we were down like 100 bucks at this time, like right after it closed. So I was already nervous. But luckily, next day it did spike upwards. But I think we needed 395 to be profitable. But I kind of just sold it beforehand. I think I sold it at around this, maybe this spike right here, 395. But I think that was like neutral. So keep in mind that this trade was kind of an L trade. Reason being is that the options for this is so expensive, and the option that I got was like 200 bucks. Like, look at this. Oh, hold on. Let's go to like May 9th, which is like this week. But it's like $1,000. You know, if you want to get like a $200 option, it's going to be like $430 out, like $430, and it's worth 394. So that's like way out of the money. It's not really smart. Look at the delta. The delta is like 0.19, which is not even worth it at all. But it was just one of those things where I was hoping that it would just spike up a bunch because of the Bitcoin news, but really, it realistically didn't. So this one was kind of an L trade, and we're going to be going through that in just a second. So you see $200 right here, and then we waited. Oh, actually, okay, never mind. I lied to you guys. We made $20 profit. I thought I lost on this one. My bad. So we made $20 profit on this one, which is actually better than I thought. I thought we lost like $10, $20. So I think when I put the limit order, I just put it on, and I kind of just AFK'd it. So I didn't really know. But basically on this day, I was kind of rushing a little bit. So we're going to be showing you guys the Apple charts in just a second for May 2nd. So right after, or not kind of after the MSTR one, but before we sold the MSTR one, we bought a put option for Apple because right after earnings, it spiked down way below. And I thought that Apple had the potential of going below $200. We're gonna be looking at the stock chart a little bit more. I just want to talk about the plays first. So basically, I thought that we were going to go down below that $200 level, but of course we didn't. So with that being said, I did get into a put option, and the put option kind of didn't do as good, and we're gonna be talking about why we sold it. But I did see another thing, seeing that the Apple was probably going to start rebounding a little bit, which it did. So we got into a call option, a 207.5 strike price for I think the same or no, I think it was this next month or next week. Sorry, next week, because it was currently Friday, so you don't want to play like zero DTE, especially for stocks. And it just made it a safer play overall because we could have just held it over the weekend, of course. But with that being said, we got this call option right here, and we got another call option later on that we're gonna be talking about a little bit later. But the money that we lost on this one, we lost $10 on this put option that we bought before. It did go green a little bit. I think we were up like 20 bucks at one point, and then they started going down again. And then when I went to sell, it was already negative. So I was like, okay, I'll just take a $10 loss. So we took a $10 loss on this one. This is the only, I think this is the only negative one that we had. And then I've noticed low key, if we would have held this put, we would have actually been green, which was which is kind of embarrassing. But then I seen that my Apple call. So look, we bought this call for $235. I noticed that our Apple call was down, but I noticed that there is room to move up with Apple, and I was willing to hold this one over the weekend and hoping that it hits like that 210 level later on. So we just bought another one. We yellowed this one and bought another one for 195. So the average cost was a little bit lower. And then we finally got to sell this one. I think if I get out the calculator, because I'm gonna need a calculator for this one. So if we do 235 plus 195, and then we'll subtract that by 600. We made $170 on this trade, which isn't really too much, but it's better than nothing. You know, it's not as much as our $500 trade, but we made $170 in this trade, which was decent. And then we're gonna be talking about the trade that we've done recently, and it's still in the works. And it was a $370 205 strike price for a call option for Apple. And why did I do 205 and spend a little bit more money on this one? Because over the weekend, you know, you got DTE, so the price is going to go down a little bit more. But literally, I think we need Apple at 206 to be profitable. And 207, we can probably make like 100 bucks. I think I seen. So if we get out the charts, so basically this was the day that I was talking about. So basically, Apple was indeed going down as we've seen. But when I opened up the charts, unfortunately, it was already all the way down to the 203 level. And that's when I got my put option. I think I got it at around here. And then it started going down. And then when it went up, I think this is when I sold. I sold around this level. I think I don't remember too much, but I think I sold it around here. And that's when it started going down even more. And this is when I bought the second one. And then when it overall sold was basically this rally right here when I went up to 207. And I think my sell price was supposed to be at like 206.5. So I mean, this trade hit and it hit pretty well. And then if we did it, if we would have asked for more money, we wouldn't have hit this trade. And basically on the time that I got the last trade, which we are currently up like I think like 30 bucks before market close, we got our last trade at that 203.9 level. So I'm hoping I'm making a decent amount of money. I think we'll see the Sunday charts and see where it's going to be. So basically, if you guys want to follow this one, just look at it. If it's above the 206 level, we're definitely in the green. If it's below the 204 level, we're definitely in the red and we're already losing money. But basically, I'll probably see you guys next week and or the week after. Comment down below what number you guys would like me to kind of go to next. If you want me to go to 2,000, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, just let me know. With that being said, man, scoop up the Trading 101 course now. Come on, help a brother out, you know. I tried to put as much detail as possible, help you guys out with not getting FOMO, control your emotions, and just how to read a chart. Basically, just understanding everything that you really need to know. It's analyzing stock charts and finding the best play and just stocks in general. Everything that you need to know. But with that being said, thanks for watching. Smash the like button, subscribe if you guys are new. Watch some other videos, man. I make daily videos, so go check them out and peace out.